All right, well, Illinois Congressman Mike Quigley was one of the very first Democrats to call for Biden to drop out.
He joins us now with reaction. You were either second or third after the disastrous debate. Did you think it would take so long? And just talk about Joe Biden personally. This had to be agonizing.
Look, this was the toughest thing I've ever done politically, and I know everyone else who joined me in asking the president to step aside did it with a lot of pain, because this is someone we respect. We'd like to say he's now saved democracy twice. He brought us out of COVID. The days after January 6th, which we know about all too well. So, tough decision. I don't think anybody knew this was going to happen. There was almost complete uncertainty among the members I know.
Congressman Quigley, you mentioned that there's a sense of some tension being relieved among the Democratic Party, but you said it's just like the first layer of relief. Can you explain that?
Well, it's the first thing that had to happen. I mean, I think he recognized that he couldn't win, and frankly, that's accurate. The second thing was now the real race begins. I think that polls come out in the coming days where this is margin of error, and so that's a horse race. We can win a horse race. What we were seeing before is not a movement of polls, more cascading polling in swing states, and those swing districts that are so critical is going the wrong way. So a great sense of relief that this is past us. We've gotten through this tense moment. There's more to come, but we can feel much more optimistic now.
You moved quickly today to announce your support of Vice President Harris. What's her path to victory? Can she win?
Yes. She can win the swing states, and that's really all that matters. At the worst point, we went from having 3 swing states to maybe 10 or 12. She automatically makes this as a horse race. The problem for candidate Biden was they weren't talking about Trump. They weren't talking about fact-checking him at the debate. They weren't talking about his problems with acuity and so forth. We're talking about January 6th. We weren't talking starting about a violent insurrection. So without that, the polls were always going to go the wrong direction. Now we can focus on candidate Trump and his crimes and misdemeanors.
And Biden says that he'll address the country later this week. How soon do you think that Americans need to hear from Vice President Harris?
You know, I think they're going to be seeing her campaign very aggressively today on. Raising money immediately, but the fact that she was on the phones talking to people that she needs support, that's music to our ears. So you're going to see a candidate really moving. And again, you're going to see a contrast with candidate Trump, who has been golfing a lot lately, put in a much tougher situation.
You're not the only elected official to endorse Harris here in Illinois. Governor J.B. Pritzker put out a statement praising President Biden, but he did not endorse Harris. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, President Obama hasn't endorsed. There's a number.
Why are they waiting?
Well, some of it is a strategy to pace these things out, or to give President Biden his day. I mean, maybe this is a day you just acknowledge the selfless, historic quality of his decision, and then tomorrow move on. For me, it's a slightly different bent, given what I did at the beginning of this, and I wanted to make sure they knew I wanted that we can move forward together. But there is plenty of time for this to work if people understand that there's a rules, there's a process, and we can move forward. As was said, we can have the virtual vote just about the same time we were going to, and then the convention, like most conventions, is something of a political pep rally moving forward with a positive message.
How would you say that the president's decision to drop out changes the momentum of the Democratic Party right here in this moment, but also for the long term of the Democratic Party?
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that a second Trump presidency would put our little fragile experiment in democracy at risk. So when I've heard people say, well, you can clear this up in 28 because Trump can't run again. So for those who call it hyperbole, I was in the room on January 6th when we came within 70 feet of number 2, 3, and 4 in succession of being taken by the insurrectionists. He was trying to get the Justice Department to help him overturn this. If the vice president had gone along with it, history would be much different. So, I think this is the most dramatic moment in the rest of our lives. We always say this, but this is the most important election for the rest of our lives.
Just an extraordinary day after an extraordinary last few weeks. Congressman Mike Quigley, thanks for coming in tonight.
Thanks
so
again.
much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.